Oh, here we go. Y'all ready? What? D&D Minecraft? Gosh, I didn't want to get excited right off the bat. Oh, this sucks, y'all. I might have to spend money on a D&D product. Oh, the dragon looks really cool. That's a cool dragon. I'm so mad. I don't want to like it. Oh, we get a syllabus. Huzzah for the syllabus. Oh, is this the chunky dragon? It is. I love this scene. I want to do that to a party so bad. Who's JoCat? Where are they from? I don't know who this is. It's cute though. I'm gonna have to Google them. Oh boy. Here comes the marketing. Look at the little Hugh Grant. Those look pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Look, Wizards of the Coast. We're gonna talk right now. You and me, wizards. Just us in this room. If you want to send me any of those figurines, the Displacer Beast, the Owl Bear, if you want to send me that gorgeous, gorgeous monster, you know what I'm talking about. You saw that beholder. Most beautiful thing on that table. If you want to send that to me, I will consider doing a sponsored post. I will consider it. Part of me is all FOMO, but part of me also doesn't want to buy the film tie-ins, right? Same. That beholder though, like, oof. It's gonna be hard to resist, along with that Displacer Beast. See, and then there's another obstacle. You have to be a Hasbro Pulse member to get those too. Okay, Magic tie-in, that's pretty standard. Okay, I don't play Magic the Gathering. How do y'all feel about Magic when they tie in like D&D stuff specifically like this? Like, how do we feel about this?
I need a sidekick for Wolfgar. What's his name? And off the top of my head, I said Dritz the Warden of Dairman the Shesbren on the 9th House of Menzoberranzan.
God, I wish I could come up with names that easily. Should I read the books? All right, here we go. Here's their VTT.
Are hitting the big three things that we think were important: fun, convenience, and authenticity.
That does look really nice compared to a 2D map, I will say. How reliable it is going to be like the key factor in if anyone switches to it. Okay, I'm gonna make a note and we'll talk about this more later. Ooh, that spell effect looks pretty slick. I do like how slick that encounter tracker was as well. That was pretty nice. It's one thing I hate using on Roll20. Honestly, this would have been a really, really funny bit, but they missed the mark because they made it a segment instead of having this guy interrupt the D&D Direct broadcast with breaking news and feeding into that feeling of having a breaking news alert. This doesn't work like this. This is like, if they would have broken these segments up throughout the whole D&D Direct, it would have gone so much better. I mean, it's not bad now, but like from like a content creation perspective, it was just dumb. Well executed, but not a great execution of the final well-executed product, if that makes sense.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe Manganiello.
I don't trust any documentary that's put out by a corporation. That's just gonna be a corporate propaganda piece. If that was being put out by like an independent source and being kickstarted and stuff like that, like I would probably trust it more, but they're only gonna cover the highlights. It's gonna be a PR fluff piece.
Civilizations in the book Bigby presents Glory of the Giants.
Bigby is a coffee chain near me. It's like the equivalent of like a oversugared Starbucks. That's funny.
Sir, look at a magic item that has been a delightful source of chaos in D&D, the Deck of Many Things.
Okay, this could be a cool thread to pull on.
Vecna as an otherworldly monster.
Had to cash in on that Stranger Things tie-in, huh? I'm sorry, I couldn't care less about Vecna.
And let's not forget the League of Malevolence.
I played through Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's honestly one of my favorite campaigns, but I don't know that I really care that much about the League of Malevolence. Just give us spaceship mechanics, damn it. Okay, I have thoughts. All right, what's everybody's thoughts? Spaceship mechanics? Okay, here's Starfighter. Yeah, just go to a completely different company for this resource. Okay, so let's go back to that the VTT. I think it's going to depend on how user-friendly it is. With what we're seeing from the UI, it looks fairly user-friendly, and it needs to be user-friendly both for the DM and for the player. I am not invited to the Creators Summit. I have friends that are going. I'm really hoping they come back with information for us on how user-friendly it is, because they are going to be getting a first look there. And getting, I believe they're going to get to go like hands-on with the VTT. I haven't met a VTT yet that is intuitive and easy to use. And Roll20 is only working the way I want it because I spent probably a month straight learning how to use the coding and the API additions that you can add to that. If it can just be plug and play, that's going to be huge. What that could give us versus what Roll20 and Foundry give us is the option to play in a 3D environment. So there are some tabletops out there that do allow you to play in a 3D environment. They don't look that good, and I don't know that they're necessarily user-friendly. It's also something that's really going to be good for folks who can't visualize space in their head. There's a lot of people out there who cannot visualize what something looks like in their head. Something like a major battle that's on multi-levels, a lot more accessible for people like that who need the visual, who need to actually see it with their eyes in order to comprehend where things are within a given space. And hopefully it'll be a way for DMs, to just actually enjoy playing with characters that fly, because now you can, I don't know, see where they are in space. I don't know. I don't understand why people hate flying characters so much. It's so weird. If it does things like responding automatically with player input, I think that would be a big game changer. If you can just click the icon on the screen, have that cool animation go off, have the damage automatically calculated for you, so like you see it all happen as though it's a video game, I think that could be really cool. I think it opens up a really cool new avenue for artists for either creating skins of minis or creating actual 3D files that are fully colored that we can take in. The fact that they're going to open a map workshop so people can share content is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's really cool too. I think as long as it remains something that the community can build things around, because there's always going to be people who want to build things and have the capacity to create new revenue streams for themselves through D&D. I think as long as there's still an avenue for those small creators to do that, I think I'm okay with them having their own VTT, because I don't view it any different than someone creating Foundry content or Roll20 content. As long as they're going to be paying people fairly, I think it's a pretty cool option. Imagine that would be likely to happen. They seem to be leaning into making D&D easier to enter for both players and DMs. Yeah, the only thing you really need is your imagination and a couple pieces of paper and your dice. That's always the bare bones that I tell people that they need. But to have something in the age of digital that would look that good, I mean, I would love to see that push the other tabletop options out there towards getting something like that as well. Because I think for a very long time, it's mainly just been Roll20. I think Foundry is even pretty new compared to Roll20. I think the thing that's so great about Pathfinder is how customizable it is, honestly. I feel like you get the class wars because D&D is less customizable. But that's like the one thing that everyone says when I ask them, like, well, what's your favorite thing to play in Pathfinder? And they're just like, it's all great. And I'm like, gosh, wouldn't it be nice if every system was like that? The Chunky Dragon, that's I know his name. Thumbershad. It's Thumbershad. The great thing about having more VTT options, and this goes for anything in business, the great thing about having more players enter the field in business is that it pushes the folks who have gotten stagnant to change. It pushes them to innovate. Do you think the Wizards VTT will have modding capabilities? I think what we're gonna see is we'll see something similar to what we have in Celasta. The great thing about that game is it has a dungeon builder. So you can go in and you can build dungeons and you can actually build out your campaign using that game. So I think we're gonna see something like that, where you get a dungeon builder environment. And so you can go in and you can tell the program what exactly you want your custom map to be. At least that's what I would like to see. And you can build it out that way with the assets that are already in there. But how are you supposed to kiss the monsters if you fight them all? Math does not math. I'm sorry. Boop and smooch all the monsters. Absolutely. But I think this is going to be it for me because I'm out of tea and my throat is starting to feel scratchy again. So I will catch you all later. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you all Raiders for coming and hanging out with me. It was nice to meet y'all and get to know y'all. If you want to know more about me, you can go to hypegoblin.com or down to the About Me section to find me on social media. And I look forward to seeing y'all in future streams. And I'll catch y'all later. All right, everybody. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.